out the way. A step over.
Okay, this is the halfway the fight. We don't have a chance unless you put it up.
Mr. Mosley, you gotta
Through
get
5
out.
rounds of a scheduled 12, Shane Mosley, by CompuBox numbers, 119 out of 278. Antonio Diaz has thrown almost as many punches, 268, but has landed only 66. So Mosley's quickness and accuracy, the differences in the bout to this point.
Mosley's discouraged because he's not able to get in the body shots that his dad is telling him to do. Because Diaz is a solid fighter as far as the defense of his hands,
all right, come on, let's go.
elbows around his waist. And you just can't throw something because someone tells you to do it.
He's a well-schooled fighter. This trainer, Lee Espinoza, is my choice as the sort of underground star of training in the sport. His fighters can fight. Another knockdown. Another right hand.
5, 6, 7.
And remember, these are the first 2 knockdowns of Antonio Diaz's entire career.
His head is not clear at all.
That was a real solid knockdown.
And it was something I didn't think that Shane Mosley had because he threw a left jab.
Blinding speed. Can Diaz recover against this? Mercanti Sr. staying out of the way, letting Mosley do his work. Plenty of time left in the round.
Every time we've been at a fight with Shane Mosley, people have stood up in awe of what they were looking at.
And there's the 3rd knockdown of the fight. And again, it was a right hand.
And he made a very, very tough fighter say no mas.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And that is no second-rate opponent.
This was a solid fighter. He had to reach, go down deep, get a lot of energy to do that.
Not today. Here. I'm sorry, son. It's all right. It's all right. A couple more punches.
So a technical knockout for Shane Mosley. The stoppage by the most experienced referee in the sport. And Mosley, against a very good opponent, closes the show, landing 22 of 34 power shots by CompuBox down the stretch. Let's take a look at a couple of angles, George, of the first knockdown and talk about how Shane sets up the right hand.
He did it with a straight jab sort of a punch. He didn't do it with the hook. That's just surprising. He has something in the repertoire I didn't know. There it is, right on top of the head.
Now here's the second of the 2 knockdowns in this round.
This was just pure power. You don't hit guys on top of the head like that and knock them down. He's got power. Something you only see in the heavyweights. Watch as he does it on top. Out. That's power. They tell you to go for the chin, leave the top of the head alone, but this guy has power no matter where he hits you. But that weight division is clearly understood. He has power.
Shane Mosley. And his father's thrilled with the knockout because Jack Mosley was a little sensitive coming in about people saying Shane didn't have enough punching power. He said, you'll see. Michael Buffer with the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Arthur Mercanti Sr. calls a halt to this bout. The official time, 1 minute, 36 seconds of round number 6. The winner by knockout victory and still the reigning and defending undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley.
He's smiling.
It is sweet.
He's smiling.
I'm telling you, George, outside of yours, it's the best smile in the sport.
He can beat me because he's getting paid for that tonight.
Oh, yeah.
An outstanding performance in his first appearance since graduating to superstar level with the victory over De La Hoya. And Sugar Shane cements his credentials as one of the very top athletes in his sport. Mosley won every round on every judge's scorecard, just to add another feather in his cap. Here's Larry Merchant with the winner.
Thank you very much, Jim, and congratulations once again, Shane. There was some concern that disappointment over not getting the rematch with De La Hoya might somehow bring you down against a tough guy. Tell us your approach to the fight. Tell us about the fight in your eyes.
Well, I mean, I knew Tony Diaz was a tough fighter. You know, he was coming from 40 to 47, but he was probably naturally a 47-pounder anyway, struggling to make 40. So I knew it was going to be maybe a little difficult to get him out of there. You know, he was pressing and he was trying to wear me down, and I knew it, so I tried to choose my shots and pick them wisely, because I knew it might go into the later rounds. Were you more flat-footed than you normally are? Is that why you generated that power? I believe so. I think that I was a little more flat-footed. You know, I knew I was quicker than him. I knew I could evade a lot of his shots, so I took a little chance there.
All right, let's take a look at the knockdown at the end of the fight. All right, we're going to wait for a moment for that. You're scheduled, we understand, to fight Arturo Gatti in your next fight. That seems to be a one-sided fight against a fighter who has never really fought a strong middleweight. Well, you know, Arturo Gatti, he moves up like 20 pounds before he actually jumps into the ring. So if he weighs in at 47, he'll probably come in about 167. I'll probably come in at 55, so or 56. So that gives him a little bit of advantage. But I have the advantage of the speed. I'm not really worried about punching power because I'm very strong, and I think I can deal with anybody out there in the welterweight division. All right, let's take a look at the knockdown. The first knockdown early in the fight. That may have come from an accumulation of punches. The actual punch that got him down didn't seem that hard. Yeah, the first right hand was the harder shot, and then the second one kind of just guided him down. What did you see in the 6th round? Did you think he was vulnerable after he took so many hard shots? Yeah, I thought he was very vulnerable. It seemed like he was weakening. He was trying so hard to get in there and throw his hard body shots and stuff like that. But I knew it was a matter of time before I'd catch up with him with his power punches. Just this last thing, a lot of people are now designating you as maybe the best pound for pound, one of the best pound for pounds. I know that means a lot to you, but does it mean enough that you feel you have to now live up to that in every fight? Well, I think, now that I'm considered pound for pound the best, I have to live up to my duties of being the best out there, and that's pound for pound. And there's a lot of guys out there gunning for me and want to take that position and want to take my title. So I got to make sure I'm prepared each and every time for each match. Thank you very much, Shane Mosley. And just one other thing, I want to talk to Arthur McCanny Jr. for a moment, fellas. Senior, I'm sorry.
Wish I was junior.
You've covered Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Shane Mosley. Is he a worthy Sugar in your mind?
Anyone who adopts the name of Sugar is worthy.
Well, you can adopt the name, but you've got to...
He's the fighter of the year right here, I'll tell you right now. And the reason, you didn't ask me, the reason I stopped that fight is because he's a tremendous banger and hitter, and this kid is a tremendous taker. They're valiant, and these are the kids that get hurt. So I'd rather stop it. It wasn't premature in my mind, but I had to stop it.
Nobody thought so, Arthur. Thank you very, very much. And just finally, these words. You often hear the term that a fight is a matter of styles. How the one style matches up with the other style. Well, that's sort of like the choreography of a fight, how the fight will go. At the end of the day, it's the fighters more than the style. It's the heart and the head and the will that goes into what a fighter is, no matter what the style is. And in Sugar Shane Mosley, you're not going to see anybody maybe with that style, but he has got all the rest of the things you want a fighter to have to make that style so effective and to make him the fighter he is. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Larry Merchant. Let's take a final look at